couple of years ago, I developed what's called the Windshield Wiper Syndrome, which is a running pathology linked to the hip and the knee, and it's extremely painful. I couldn't run for months, and actually I had non-stop pain in the side of my leg. Here's what I do now to avoid having this problem in the future and why I think I developed it. So I combined a bunch of factors which led to me having this problem. For example, I went from changing shoes, from the kind of running shoes I had always used to run, to more of a bigger heel at the back kind of shoe and smaller at the front. So there's a bigger difference in between the size of the sole at the toes and at the heel. So there's a lot of biomechanical change when you change your sole, the sole of your shoe. And I hadn't run for a while, and I decided I would run an 8K and that I would explode my record. I really tried to go as fast as I could, which is a lot of energy for my body to intake, and my tendons, all of my tissues in my body were not adapted for that. So here's what I do now. I practically try not to do too much too fast, but also I keep my hip flexible and I strengthen it. The first stretch is putting my foot on top of my opposite knee, pulling it to my chest, turning in the same direction, and then rotating my hips inward or doing an anterior pelvic tilt, pulling my lower back in. So when I do all of these things, I can feel the stretch in the side of my hip. I hold this for 15 to 30 seconds. A similar way to stretch this side of the hip is putting the knee at the center of the body and then sort of just falling on top of it, leaning down. Also, I hold this for 15 to 30 seconds on each side. For strengthening the hip, I do clamshells, so lying on the side and then lifting up the knee that's on top, making sure I don't rotate forwards as I do so, as well as with my leg straight, lifting up my leg as high as possible, keeping my foot parallel to the ground. I could do maybe 2 or 3 sets of 10. Thanks for watching, please subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.